To the food more based than Boots Collins. You versus me, that's like Ali versus Foreman. God's act.
Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Tyler and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I kind of wanted to just make like a little bit of a vlog slash update video. Really just explaining why I quit my job yesterday. For those of you who follow me on Twitter, you guys would have seen that I was tweeting out about putting my 2 weeks in yesterday. And if you guys don't follow me on Twitter yet, the app will be like right here somewhere on screen. Somewhere over here, I don't fucking know. But if you guys don't already follow me on Twitter, go ahead because I'm always tweeting out. I'm literally constantly on Twitter all day long. It's probably the best way to interact with me if you want to outside of like live streams and stuff. And speaking of live streams, as soon as this video is done, I'm going to be streaming. And that link will also be first link down below in the description. So if you guys want to see that, come and chill with me. Be sure to check out that link that's first one in the description. You guys will see it'll say like stream here or like my Twitch here, some shit like that. But anyways, time to talk about what I originally wanted to make this video about. I'm sure most of you guys can already guess by now by reading the title. So for the most part, this is just like a super long story, so I'm going to kind of share like a shortened down version that's not as entirely detailed as it really is, because I could go on and talk about this for hours. I'm sure I'll be talking about it in my stream tonight, answering more questions about it, so yeah. But most of you guys have known that I've been working at a Chipotle for quite a long time now. I talked about it when I first got the job on this channel literally 3 years ago, but I'm sure most of you guys who have been watching my channel for a while are aware that I work at like a Chipotle, and I may have mentioned that like 1 or 2 times in a video previously, but I don't think I really have talked about working at Chipotle too much on my channel, like specifically working at Chipotle. You know, I wasn't really trying to keep it secret or anything, but I also just like didn't really want too many people to know, if that makes sense. But at this point, it doesn't even matter what people think, whether they work for the company or not. Whoever the fuck is watching this video, fuck Chipotle. I'm happy I quit that job. So essentially, long story short, what ended up happening at our particular store was that our old management, our old managers all quit and all got fired. So we essentially had to get an entire new management team into our store, and the new managers are fucking horrendous. Like, every single one of the new managers cannot do their job for shit, and they're just super lazy, and they like to put their work upon other people. And originally, the first week or so that the new management people were there, I was kind of alright with it. They seemed pretty cool, you know, that wasn't a big deal. A lot of the old crew, or the original crew who was there with the old management team, was still working at the store with me. And slowly, as the new management was there and started implementing changes, you know, a lot of the old crew started quitting or getting fired, a bunch of different reasons why people were leaving or transferring stores. A whole ton of different stuff was going down. So with all these different people leaving, I was the last person left who was like heavily trained on pretty much every position. I knew how to do almost everything in the store. But my primary position that I was working at the time was the griller, that I'm currently working for the next 2 weeks. But until then, you know, fuck it, I'm gone. But like I was saying before, I pretty much just work on the grill mainly at this point, and everybody else from the old crew who actually knew what they're doing has all quit or has all been fired by this point. So that leaves me being the last final person left who was there, who really knew how to work like everything and work the grill really properly. And because of this, and because of how long I've been there and how much training I've had, you know, my ability to do almost everything in the store, they started overworking the absolute fuck out of me. And because of my abilities of being able to do just about everything in the store, being able to work grill, do prep work, do the line work, like literally everything, they had me training almost every single person coming in. And now because they had me training people, they wanted to start giving me like a management position, which I had originally or initially thought I had been training for a year and a half with the old manager who was originally there before. So essentially what I was doing currently, or at this current point, I am getting treated like a manager, I am having the responsibilities of a manager, but I am lacking the actual physical management title, and I am also lacking the physical management payment. And now, when I first started at Chipotle, I originally started on like $9.75 or $9.50 an hour, which is a great starting wage if your first job or whatever it is. But keep in mind, I've been there for 3 years now, and I've basically just been training every single person coming in and doing the amount of work for 2 people all by myself. And this whole time I haven't really been compensated for it. I've never really asked for a raise. My current wage that I'm making right now hourly is like $10.25, something like that. It's not that great, but you know, I've earned a little bit more of a raise over time of being there, literally just from my time being there. I haven't gotten any sort of like management raise or anything like that, you know. So here's when shit really gets real. Here's where I really started kind of just like thinking a lot. You know, the past week or so I've just been thinking about this job like fucking crazy, if it was really worth it to me at this point. I'm getting stressed the fuck out on a daily basis, having to deal with so much extra shit that I didn't normally have to do. And you know, so I ended up getting to thinking, and I kind of came to the conclusion after talking to a few other coworkers and some of the other managers who had still been there, like one other manager who was still there from the old crew. And I got a few people's opinions on it. None of the new people's opinions opinions, obviously, because they don't know what the fuck's going on. They would have obviously just wanted me to stay. But after asking around for a little bit, getting a few people's opinions and whatnot, I eventually decided to either ask for a raise, and if I wasn't getting a raise, I was just going to quit. I was just going to put my 2 weeks in because it's just not worth it to me anymore. So like I was saying, yesterday morning I ended up coming into work and I sat down with my managers. It was literally just me and my 2 other managers, our general manager and like an apprentice, which is the one under the general manager. And I ended up sitting down with them in our office and asking like, hey, do you think it would be possible at all for me to get a raise? You know, I really feel like I deserve it. I've been having to do twice as much work on a daily basis. I don't feel like I've been compensated fairly for the amount of effort and work that I have to put in. And I proceeded to tell them, you know, I've been staying late almost 30 minutes every single day on my shifts, and I've been coming in early, sometimes even up to 2 hours early on my shifts just to help out in the morning. And after I sit here for about 5 minutes explaining to them why I believe I should be getting a raise, they end up looking me dead in the eye and telling me, look, we can't give you a raise right now, and the reason why is because you're training for kitchen manager. Also, I don't like doing this little finger quote shit, but like that, I have to do it for that because that's literally what it was. I was training. So they end up telling me that I can't get a raise because I'm apparently training for KM. And then they proceed to ask me, you know, how much I'm making, and I go ahead and tell them, you know, I'm making like $10.15, $10.25 an hour, something around there. And they both just got super shocked looks on their face, and they go, you know, kitchen managers only make $10.50 an hour, right? And I just looked at them and I was like, that's not correct at all. Actually, my friend who was a kitchen manager and left a week that you came was actually in here making $12.50 an hour. And the most fucked up thing about that is the person who was kitchen manager who just left the week before they all came, he was getting trained on the grill by me. So let that sink in. Somebody who got trained for a KM position was trained by somebody without a KM. Like, what logic does that make? How was I supposed to be able to train him for a management position when I don't even have that position? Like, I don't get that. So pretty much after they ended up telling me that I wasn't able to get a raise because of this, and that even if I did get a raise, it would only be $10.50, which is 25 cents more. It's so fucked. It's like such a shit raise. I ended up going on my break about 2 hours later and just writing a full page paper. And if I remember to, I'm going to put it inside this video because I took a picture of it. I took a few pictures of it. And at the time when I very first wrote the whole like 2-week notice letter that I had originally left on their desk, I had posted it on my Snapchat story. So I guess if you guys want to follow me on there too, you guys can. It's just Thurns. I'll probably put it on screen as well, or like the little Snapchat ghost icon, whatever the fuck it is. So I ended up writing this whole letter that you guys are seeing on screen right now, and you guys can go ahead and pause it if you guys want to read it. I don't really have it like in my hand right now because obviously I left it on their desk. Or essentially what the letter that I left them said something along the lines of this. It said, to whom it may concern, I'm putting my 2 weeks notice in. This letter is going to be stating that this is my 2 weeks notice. And I went on to say that I believe I should be earning at least $12 an hour, which again isn't even a big raise. I was asking for a $1.75 raise. It's not a huge raise for the amount of work that I was doing. And I proceeded to say, you know, I believe I should be earning around $12 an hour because I'm the only person training anybody. I proceeded to write in the letter that I felt like I was doing the work of multiple people on my shift instead of just my own work. And I basically told them that the amount of stress and the amount of work that I'm having to do on a daily basis and effort that I'm having to put in is just not worth the fucking trash pay that they're giving me. And basically I just acted normal. I just acted chill throughout my whole shift. I really wanted it to be a surprise, you know. I kind of just like the whole time they were talking to me about the raise thing, I was just nodding along like saying okay, whatever, you know, because I'm not one to make like a big deal about quitting or anything like that. Like I don't want it to be a whole scene or anything like that. It's not that. That's not me as a person, you know. I'm not one to do that. I'm not one to be like hella extra on shit like that. So I wrote out this whole entire note and I basically just left it on their desk. And essentially at this point I have yet to see what they're gonna say about it. I haven't gotten a call from them about it. Nobody's mentioned anything about it. I've had a few coworkers, you know, come up to me and be like, oh, I heard you put your 2 weeks in, things like that. But none of the new management people have said anything at all to me about it yet. And I guess now, because I don't really have a job, you know, I've got 2 weeks left of this job, but until then or after then, you know, I guess it's just this YouTube grind. I guess that's what we're doing. So with that being said, all this free time on my hands, you know, you guys better know I'm going to be streaming almost every single day. I'm probably going to be starting to upload a lot more often too, because I just have the time to. I have the ability to put this effort into my channel, and I've been wanting this for a long time. But I kind of just wanted to sit down and record this commentary. I know it's probably a really long video. It's probably much longer than 10 minutes, because I'm sitting here looking at my Audacity file, and it's at like 19-20 minutes right now. But I figured it was a video that I should share with you guys, a reasoning or something I should share with you guys, because it is a big part of my life, and it's going to be changing a lot of what's going on in the future here. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did at any point, please be sure to leave a like down below. And if you guys want to come cool and bull with me in my live stream, be sure to check that first link down below in the description. You know I'm going to be on there. Probably playing like some Modern Warfare Remastered, maybe BO2. I'm not sure yet. I haven't really decided what I'm going to play. But again, thanks so much for watching today's video. video. You guys know I love each and every one of you. I'm out. Peace.
I got more keys than Alicia. These niggas be talking police. I took your hoe, then released her. I used to trap out a Regal. 200,000 on my wrist. I thought it all was a fantasy. 200,000 on my wrist. Lord, I hope it don't vanish. 200,000 on my wrist.